First, on highways, we're moving toward finishing here in the Senate a multi-year highway bill, and the good news is the House, as you may have heard, has decided to process in early September a multi-year highway bill of their own, and that will lead to a conference between the Senate and House multi-year highway bills and hopefully a conference report. In the meantime, the House is going to send over to us a highway extension to October 29th, which will also include some important veterans funds to deal with a shortfall in the veterans health care system. So that'll come over to us before the House leaves.
Did you tell Senator Cruz that there was no deal on the Export-Import Bank?
I've discussed the matter quite publicly with all of you on the floor of the Senate, on my colleagues all along. I don't know what one considers the definition of a deal, but we have been discussing quite openly for months that I would make it possible for the supporters of the EXIM Bank. I'm not one of them, but it's pretty obvious that there were well over 60 senators on a bipartisan basis who were interested in having that vote. And I also suggested on multiple occasions, including during the trade discussion, that the highway bill would be a logical place for the vote to occur, and it did.
What gives you any confidence that you'll be able to reach a conference agreement on the highway bills when the House and Senate still seem to have very different ideas over how to pay for this?
Yeah, well, the good news is the House of Representatives, as a result of our passing a multi-year bill, now feel they should pass a multi-year bill. That's a good first step. And when they do that in September, we'll follow the regular order. We'll have a conference. We'll try to work out the differences, and we'll try to agree to how to pay for it. That's the way it normally works around here.
But they've advanced repatriation as a way to do that, and you have said you don't think that is the way.
Well, look, I think the territorial tax issue is important and ought to be considered, particularly if it's an emergency and contributing, as I think it is, to inversions. If it's an emergency, we ought to deal with it. I'm skeptical that that can be shoehorned in to a multi-year highway bill by the end of the year. But if it's an emergency, we ought to deal with it. We ought to bring it up freestanding and deal with the emergency if we're continuing to lose businesses as a result of it.
Senator McConnell, when will the Senate take up the short-term extension?
Well, we'll see when we get it and see how quickly we can take it up.